today we are going to continue with recognize fraction of hundredths and decimals. Okay, so we are going to convert fraction into decimals, and we want to recognize the fraction of hundredths and decimals. Okay, first take out your maths textbook. Please take your maths textbook and page 96. We are going to look into page 96 today, and the title is this one. So look at example number 1, what they gave it to you here. How beautiful, the kitchen tiles are so colorful. They are 100 tiles, 16 of them are blue. Okay, so 16 of 100 is 1600. How many tiles are here altogether? 100. So 100 tiles. How many tiles are here are blue? 16. So 16 out of 100 tiles are in blue color. So if we want to turn 16 over 100 into decimals, what we have to do? I'll teach you the easiest way. Look at this number here. 16, right? So write down the 16 first. So once you write down the 16 here, look at the 100. How many zeros it's having? 1, 2. 2 zeros, right? So what we have to do? We have to move. Okay, we will assume that this is the point. There's a point here. So we want to move this point 2 places. Because we're having 2 zeros, right? So we want to move it to 2 places. So 1 and 2. And the point will be here. We'll put the point here. Okay? Okay, the point from here will be placed here. Okay? So, before the point, we have to write 0. If there is no number in front of 0, we have to write 0. Okay? If there is no number in front of the point, we have to write 0. So the decimal for this fraction is 0.16. Look down here. 16 over 100 in decimal is 0.16. 0.16. So it is read as 0.16, not 0.16. It is 0.16. Understand? So we'll go to the second example, which is B. 4 of 100 tiles are pink. So there's 100 tiles here, but 4 of the tiles are in pink color. So how about the fraction? How will write the fraction of this? 4 over 100. Then how will change it to decimal? As I teach you just now, this number, the nominator up here, you'll write first. Then look down here, the denominator, how many zeros are here? 1, 2. So assume that here we're having a point. So we want to move the point 2 places. Because there's 2 zeros here. So we want to move 2 places. So 1, 2. Then we'll put the point here. Okay, the point here. Can you see this space? Any numbers here? If there's no number, you have to write 0. You cannot leave it blank. Okay, you cannot leave it blank. You have to write 0. And do you remember I asked you to write 0 in front of point if there's no number? So we have to write 0 here also. So the decimal place, the decimal for this fraction is 0.04. Understand? See? 0.04. Okay, I hope you understand. We'll go on to the next example, which is 0.08. What is this? Okay. So look, they've already written the fraction here. It is 0.08, and this one is 23 of 100. So how they found the decimal place? As usual, this one is a fraction, right? 8 of 100. That means 8 over 100. So how will we turn it to decimal? This number you have to write first. Then assume there's a point here. How many zeros? 2 zeros. So we have to move 2 places. 1, 2. And put the point. Don't forget, put the point first. Then you look at this space. It's blank, right? So what we have to do? Write 0. And before the point also we have to write 0 if there is no number. Understand? So the answer is 0.08. Same as here. And now 23 over 100. So how we'll turn it to decimal? This number first, 23. Then how many zeros are here? So we have to move 2 places. 1, 2. Then put your point here. Don't forget, put your point here. Okay? Then in front of point, is there any number? No means we have to write 0. So the answer is 0.23. Okay? Understand? Okay, the next. 0.60, 0.72. They're asking, correct the incorrect. So which one is here is incorrect? Definitely this one, right? Because it's supposed to be 0.60. Okay? Okay, now girls, if you turn to page 98, you will look at example 5, which they ask you to write the fraction and decimals of the colored parts. Okay, in the previous examples, they've already given you the fraction, they ask you to turn into decimal. But what if they give you the decimal but they want you to turn into the fraction? How to do it? Let me teach you. Okay, so 0.45. So how they turn it into the fraction? So I'll write here. So 0.45. How? Like previous method, but we have to reverse it. How? This point, we have to bring it back here to the original position. Okay? 1, 2. So we'll put the point here. How many? How many times we move the point? 2 times, right? So it's supposed to be, if 2 zeros, that means 100. Then this number, you will write it up here. So 45 over 100. Same or not? Okay, now this example. 0.58. How you will change it? 1, 2. Put the point here. How many times you move the place? 2 times. That means 100. Why 100? Because if 2 times means 2 zeros. So 100 got 2 zeros. So that's why 100. So this number 58, you write like this. Can you understand? Same goes here. 10 over 100. Okay, I'll write it here. But this one they given you in the fraction. But let me turn the decimal into fraction. In case 1.0. Okay, 1.0. That means 1. Only 1, right? So that means what we have to do? So it is wrong. Look up here. What is incorrect? Correct it. So they're asking you to correct it. So this one is incorrect. The rest of the questions and answer are correct, right? So how to correct it? 10 over 100. 10 over 100. So how to solve it? How to turn into decimal? As I told you, this number you have to write first. Then how many? 1, 2. So put the point here, and before the point, we have to put 1, 0. So that means 0.10. But here she wrote 1.0. That means, here she wrote 1.0. That means it is wrong. So understand? So we are done with the examples in textbook. So now I want you to take out your activity book. We are going to do the activity there. But before we go into the activity, let us try this one first, okay? Match the correct word cards to the numeral now cards and read them out, okay? They ask you to match it, so you do by yourself. No need to do it in book. Just it's like a exercise for you. Just do it here. 0.18. So which one? So definitely this one. 900ths. This 6700ths. This one 0.05. Okay, you got it all correct. Okay, now color the decimal parts and fraction on the 100 square grid. So for this you need the 100 square grids, since we don't have it now. So let's skip it. Okay. So I really hope that you understand how to change the decimal into fraction, how to change the fraction into decimals. Okay. So now take out your activity book. Okay, so I assume that you've already take out your activity book. So in your activity book, turn to page 63. So we are going to do page 63 and 64. Okay, so 63 and 64. Look at the title, the same title, recognize fractions of hundreds and decimals. So what you have to do in activity 1, match. So they've already given you the grids, the pictures. You have to look at the pictures, you have to count how many, then you have to match it according to the pictures. How? I'll show you the first one. So this one you don't need to count everything because it is 100. So one box contains of 100 small boxes. Okay, this one box consists of 100 small boxes. So in that 100 small boxes, how many small boxes they colored here? So let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one is 10. So if you like, if you are the someone that will forget how many there are shaded part here, I suggest you to write it up here like I did. Okay. Then you connect. How? This one is 10, right? So 10 shaded parts. But how many total boxes here? 100. So that means 10 over 100. Where's the answer? So this is the answer, so you have to match it. So once you match it here, you have to change it into the decimal also. So how to change it into decimal? As I told you, you can write it up here. 100, how to change it? 10, you write it first, then how many two zeros? 1, 2, point. The point is very important in decimal. So point, and before the point you have to put 0 if there is no number. Okay, so the answer is 0.10. But if there is 0 behind here, you can just cut it. If there is no number behind, okay, if the 0 is the last number here, you can just cut it. So the answer is 0.1. Okay, so that is how you'll do this. And the second one, write the decimals in numerals and words. So as usual, you have to change the fraction into decimals and you have to write it in words. How? 0.75. Understand? So do as I told you how to do it. Then write it down. Then move to page 64. You have to shade the squares according to the value of the decimals. So you have to read first 0.03. How? If you cannot recognize with words, you can write it in numerals. 0.03. That means how many parts you have to color? 3. You don't need to change into fraction to look at this. Look at the number here. How many numbers are here? I mean 0, 0, but there is 3, right? 3 is number, right? Actually represents something, right? Actually having value, right? So 3. So only 3 parts you have to color. you can shade. Okay, so for this one, so how many you have to color? 50. So it's very easy. So like no need to change into the fraction to shade the number. Okay, so do this one, write the decimals of the shaded squares. They have already shaded for you. They want you to count and write in decimals. Okay, don't forget, write in decimals, not fraction. You don't need to count one by one. This one box consists of 100 small boxes. So you just have to count how many shaded parts. Okay, then you change it into decimals and you write it. Okay, then number 3, color the decimals that match the fractions. So what you have to do, you have to change change into decimals first. Then you find out which one is correct, then you have to color. Okay, so girls, I really hope that it cleared up your mind on how to do the questions, how to do the decimals, fraction, how to change it. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me. I will send you more videos regarding how to solve this. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Have fun.